we're going to talk about a couple of the new releases, all scales, all prices.
Let's go.
We're here to talk statues. Hopefully you've been checking out our shorts. We did an unboxing of the Marvel Legends patch and Joe Fix-It, and we did the McFarlane 1/6 Wolverine 340 homage. Stop right now and go check those out if you hadn't seen it.
If you didn't watch our shorts, fake fans. What are you doing? Dang. What are you doing? I'm calling you out. And also, if you watched our shorts and didn't subscribe, I know who you are. Don't do that to me.
You go drop a like right now.
Right. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's get with it. 2025.
All right. So new statues just dropped. We're going to talk about a couple of them. We're going to start off with along the McFarlane line. He just released.
McFarlane fanboy over here.
Hey, look, he's doing things the right way. He's giving me what I want, and what I want is Marvel covers. And one of my favorite covers, and hopefully your favorite covers of all time, Secret Wars #8.
It's up there. Look, it's right. It's the red one.
And coming at you right now, I think it's going to be released in the end of March, but pre-orders are on sale.
Better get one. Those things are selling out.
I'm going to drop a link for you guys down below to go check it out on Amazon right now. If you order from there, it kind of helps us out. No charge to you and puts one on reserve. If you don't have Prime, I'm also will drop a link for Prime on there as well.
Yep. This one's sick. Okay, guys, I can't even lie to you. I don't lie to y'all. But this one is pretty cool. We did unbox some other McFarlanes, and this new little run he's doing, I'm a big fan. I like it. Go back to the OGs. Really appeal to these guys that want that OG feel. And this one definitely does that, especially with the pop-outs. This one has more of a set to it than just the figure
I think
itself.
the box is going to wrap around to show like the number and like the marble box up there. So really looking more like comic books, and it comes with a comic book and a card. Like these are really scratching the itch. I think there's a Thor coming out, and I believe a Storm maybe.
And also, like you said, we already had the Wolverine come out, and we had a Hulk come out as well.
Yeah. That should be that's on its way right now.
Yeah, both are pretty cool. So hop on these if you haven't gotten one yet. If you haven't gotten any of these yet, go ahead and just buy all of them. If
you are not a statue collector, but you're thinking about it, I would say this is a great opportunity to get in here. I think you can get most of these for under $100 delivered to you. I would definitely at least check them out. Now, they are PVC, they're plastic, but they look really good.
They're good beginner pieces. You know, if you're not feeling like you want to drop $200 on a statue right now, I get it. Inflation sucks, y'all. But go ahead and get you one of these.
Well,
because they look good.
And I'm a person who doesn't mind spending money, and I'm still grabbing these because I just love them. I think they're going to look really nice lined up next to each other. They have a background that you can put in there or take it out, so it gives you lots of display options. You can show it with a comic book, without a comic book. I think these are a home run. McFarlane, we love what you are doing. We got the back-breaking Bane and Batman. We've got the Hulk 340. You got Secret Wars 8 coming out. I wonder if we would ever get Silver Surfer #4. If we get something like that, that would be really amazing. Let's see.
We'll see.
All right, next up on the list, we're going to Hex Studios, and we're going to talk
Jenkins.
If you know, you know. I've been looking at this for a long time. I did play Hearthstone for a little bit of the Blizzard card game. Well, I think they all know I'm a nerd by now. I'm pretty sure they all know. But if you don't know the classic World of Warcraft video from years ago where they were doing like all this elaborate planning. Guy goes AFK away from keyboard, comes back,
Ready, guys?
immediately runs through all the little dragon eggs and spawns all the dragons, and then they're like, oh my gosh, he just ran in, let's try to save him, and then they just like it just wipes the whole
chaos. Guys, that is, I don't care how long ago that video came out, it's funny every time. I've seen it a million times.
That video must be, it's got to be over 10 years old.
Oh, for sure. But it's so good.
We still watch it from time to time because it's just the character Leeroy Jenkins.
Oh my gosh, he just ran in.
And this is available in 1/10 scale, which I think is about 9 or 10 inches. Got the nice dragons on the base running in. He's got the piece of chicken behind him, sword, the paladin armor.
It's very cartoony, but in like the best way, because like you said, it's a WoW character. You know, it's a Hearthstone. It's all that like original animated kind of warrior stuff. So it makes sense that this one would be a little bit more cartoony, a little bit more fun. It's on the funnier side, but even for it being a kind of comedy sketch kind of thing, I think it still looks really good. And you don't really see a lot of these. You know, you don't see a lot of fun statues. It's all like really dark and brooding character. You don't really see a lot
of that?
It's my dark and brooding. My dark and my dark and brooding. You don't really see a lot of Leeroy Jenkins, you know?
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of the fun ones.
And it does come in a 1/6 scale too. I think it's like 18 inches, so significantly larger. Now there's a pretty decent price jump between there. I think the 1/10 is around how much?
$350.
$350 delivered.
Yes.
Check out our friends at Collector Zone if you want to grab these. And the 1/6 scale is what?
$850.
Yeah, I can't see without my glasses. So.
That's a price jump, guys. That's a lot.
But for me, I think the 1/10 scale is going to be like perfect for an office.
Oh, I think so too.
I'm probably going to grab one of these. And
We're gonna have Leeroy Jenkins do background.
I haven't played Warcraft in many years, but I'm telling you, that's just one of those things. It's just a piece of culture history.
It is.
And so I think
he will be incarnated forever.
Yeah, I think these will definitely be something that's kind of cute, kind of fun. If you're not a super hardcore collector, I think these can like perfectly stand by itself. I don't think I'm not looking to pick up any more.
Well, like you're not gonna put Leeroy
pieces.
Jenkins next to Batman. It's just not good. You're not gonna do that.
Well, you could.
Well, if you do, I'd love to see that.
Leeroy Batman.
Right, you got like Batman and like I said, the dark and brooding guys, and then
it's like, oh, he just ran in. We gotta go save him.
And then you've got Leeroy Jenkins in there. Okay, enough Leeroy Jenkins. We're gonna move on to Punisher now. Right. Big jump.
PCS Studios just released Punisher 1/3, and this is a big boy. So I think it's pushing about 30 inches. There's two versions of the standard version where he has two head sculpts. You have like the normal face, and then you have the painted skull face. Is kind of what Sideshow did a couple of years ago, and he's like holding a machine gun
and a pistol in the other hand.
That's the deluxe version.
Oh, sorry guys.
Yeah. Sorry. So just the standard.
Just got the machine gun.
The standard version just has a machine gun. It just have two head sculpts. I think right now the price is $1,200.
Yep.
Right at $1,200 if you order from PCS.com. What do you think?
You know,
there's one thing that really stands out to me because I really want to love this, and I am a big Punisher fan.
There's two things when I first saw this statue that I was like, that's kind of weird. And number one is that he's wearing like knee guards.
His knee pad. Molly cannot get past the knee pad.
Well, like I don't understand if you're Punisher, right? Like, are you like sliding on the floor? Like, what's
Well, he might be. He might like be busting in and like sliding on his knees.
Dude's got the biggest machine gun I've ever seen, ever. And he's like, well, let me put my knee pads on, guys. Like, there's just like the visual of Punisher sitting down and having to like strap his knee pads on that I can't get over for some reason. And number 2 is the base is so bad that it's like laughably bad.
Well,
for how good the statue is, the base is garbage.
Yeah, well, you know, we don't want to say bad things, but at the same time, that the Punisher logo, if it can come off, then that's great.
If we can take any semblance of it off.
If the Punisher logo cannot come off, I feel like that it's just going to be like an eye catcher. It's going to be one of those things like my eye is going to go to. And not that it's bad. I'm not saying that the logo is bad. It's kind of an old school logo.
No, the logo's fine. It's the fact that it's like this big. Like, it is the tiniest Punisher logo like on the most bland base you've ever seen. Like, and the thing is, like I said, this statue is so sick and it's so cool. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's really awesome. Even the knee pad. I can get past the knee pads, guys. I can. I promise. But looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Then you scroll down, you see the base, and you're like, oh.
It kind of looks like he's on a gutter or he's on a manhole.
Yeah.
I can't really tell. I mean, you do have bullets that are kind of around, which are kind of neat.
It's just the logo.
And you,
it's just the logo.
There's some things you can get past, but you cannot take him off the base.
No.
You know, he's going to have to be on the base. Okay, so let's put that aside just for look at the next step. So that we have a deluxe version, and both of these are really limited. I think the standard version is still like 350 pieces, so it's a really huge statues, really limited statue. The deluxe version is 150 pieces.
Right.
Pretty
it's
good.
Also $1,500.
Yeah, pretty good price jump. So there's a $300 price jump, and you get 2 extra arms. You get the giant Gatling gun leaned over his shoulder, and this is where you get the pistol.
Yeah.
And then you get a magnetic pouch, I believe, is on his hip.
And that's up to you if that's worth $300.
That's a pretty substantial price jump for 2 arms.
I would say, in my opinion, in my personal humble opinion, $300 for that is not worth it to me. But if you're a really big Punisher fan and that's what you want and you want to customize it, then I'd say go ahead. But for me, I don't feel like it's enough of a difference, especially with all of the customizations that they're adding on statues now. For $300, if that's enough for me to pay for it.
Is a huge jump for a couple of add-ons.
Right. Like, for that, I'm expecting like a different head. I'm expecting like different torsos.
Usually,
like, something's got to be different.
Right. Usually, you have 100, maybe $150 jump, and yeah, you get like an XM Studios, you get like a whole different torso, or you would get a lot of swap out weapons. That just to me just seems like kind of a really aggressive jump for basically a Gatling gun. So what they did, in my opinion, is they're going to put like a paywall on the gun that most people are going to want.
Right.
But they did give you 2 head sculpts for the standard edition.
Right.
So I feel like most people would just be happy with the standard edition.
Yeah,
if you had the painted face with the machine gun, which I think kind of looks better.
I think the painted face looks better in my opinion. It's just more Punisher-y, like, especially if you're trying to like cover up the base. But like, it just looks more comic-y, more.
Well, you could put a comic book or something in front of the base. Yeah. I mean, it's so tall.
I am going really hard on this base. I'm sorry, but
it's 30 inches tall. So you could easily put a comic book. You could even put a graded comic book in front of it and kind of distract from it. But at the same time, we want to be honest and just kind of tell you our opinions.
Yeah, I want to be. I don't want to lie to y'all. I came on here to tell you how I really feel about these. And I'm saying I really love it, but the base is no bueno.
Yeah. I think I think they need to ask our opinion.
I think so. If you're watching, go ahead and hire me.
we would be happy to give you our opinions. We have no problems with that.
I'll be nice about it even. That's saying something, guys.
Sometimes.
If you hire me.
All right, so what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I will give it a thumbs up. Standard version, thumbs up. Deluxe version, thumb in the middle. I think it's going to be for very select people, depending on what you want.
Do you know what really makes me scratch my head? Is there are so few good Punisher statues.
Guys, I could do a whole video tearing apart every single Punisher statue on the market right now.
They're either... His neck is...
Y'all know which one I'm talking about.
Twice as big. The XM Studios on the motorcycle with his neck is as big as his shoulders.
I used to make fun of that statue daily.
I used to keep asking Molly, it's like, am I going to get it? I'm going to get it. And she's like, no, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, and then you got the Sideshow piece, which I think looks pretty good, except for the bat is like way
it's
oversized.
Comically large.
And if I have a pistol in my hand... and I've got an M60 on my shoulder, I'm not going to be like swinging a bat with a giant machine gun.
I think that's what I'm going for. I'm going to let my machine gun fall, and I'm going to take my bat after somebody.
Maybe I'm just that guy, but just having that dangling machine gun under my bat, like why do I have a bat? I've got a giant machine gun.
But we're also those people who watched Avengers Endgame. We were like, guys, this is just impractical. This isn't how this would work. So
why is Thanos so much stronger than he was in Infinity War when he had more stones?
The amount of philosophical discussions that we've had about Thanos in the movies. Guys, it's mind numbing. It's so bad. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up because I still would definitely go with this one over the rest of them on the market right now.
I like this one better than the Sideshow one.
I do too.
And the Iron Studios has a nice one.
That's true. That's true.
But we'll see.
Well, let's go ahead and move on. Let's move on through our Punisher pain.
Speaking of Sideshow.
And drum roll for the last one. Let's get this together. We're gonna do Sideshow Archangel. It just came out for pre-order, and somebody decided to pre-order it already. Who could that be?
This guy
right here.
Yeah. Immediately.
Right. We had to actually go somewhere.
Was I not supposed to tell y'all that? Or was I supposed to do the review first?
Oh, no. Well, that's okay. But we had to go somewhere, and I got a nice phone call saying, sorry, I had to stay late at work so that I could pre-order this statue. So,
Day one.
Literally the minute it came out.
As soon as I had a break.
Yes. So, moral of the story is we already bought it. So.
All right, so let's talk about it. So another one. So this is Daniel Bell. If you're familiar with Sideshow statues, he did a lot of the great musculature, the physiques. Mm-hmm. He's done a lot of great statues of those. The base, the skull base, I think is really amazing. I like the long wings. We'll talk about the comparison between XM Studios, and then we've heard a lot of people talk about it's just like a reused Silver Surfer body. So
number one, let's talk about the XM Studios one, and because obviously they have one, it's more of an X-Force.
Well, they have two.
They have two, but in my opinion, I know it kind of goes against what we're saying here, but I really love the colors of the X-Force one more than I like the colors of the Sideshow one, just because I like the X-Force and I like the, it looks cleaner to me.
Well, Sideshow has put out variants. This might be one that we could see in X-Force colors.
Yes, because I do really like the Sideshow pose a lot better than I like the XM pose. Because it's just so
And the base.
Yeah, dragging back to the dark and brooding, oh my gosh, with my giant wings everywhere. Stop it. Stop it. We don't need all that. Let me get a nice clean statue. And I like it.
Yeah, I think so. The XM Studios, you have him. So it's a dynamic piece, but it's also almost so twisted that you cannot just see anything but wings.
Yeah.
And then, so he has an arm and his head is reaching up. So you either have to put it really low.
Yeah.
So you can see it, and you had to angle it just right.
So the light gets in there and you can see it.
Versus the Sideshow, which is more of a museum pose.
Which I like a lot.
I've heard people, it's like, well, it looks like he's just walking. If you can kind of see...
Bro can't walk?
Well, with the base, it kind of gives you the illusion that he's floating.
Yeah.
So he does have kind of 1 foot kind of off the base. Right. The only concern that I probably might have is it looks like it's just a 1 peg hold.
Yes.
But if it's a piece of metal and if it's a vertical statue, that shouldn't be a problem depending on how heavy the wings are.
Right.
I can't imagine they'd be too heavy in a piece like this. But I do love the pose, the musculature. I think they nailed the costume.
Right. And
yeah, three head sculpts.
With the it's just reused Silver Surfer. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Like, why you gotta be a hater about everything? You know?
So first of all, the Silver Surfer statue does look pretty damn good by itself. I mean, it's kind of like saying, oh, I don't like this one because this piece over here is awesome, and they just like redid it.
Okay, well, if one's awesome, the other one's probably gonna be awesome too.
Okay,
right?
So if the Silver Surfer looks good, the Archangel is even better because it has more musculature definition.
Right. And it's not Silver Surfer.
You have different hands. You have different feet.
Yes.
You have a different foot peg. And it's not
Silver Surfer. So
and
you know what?
And you have, it looks like you have texture on the costume as well. It's what it looks like. It appears like there might be some raised sculpture.
Because guys, I'm gonna be a hater for a second about Silver Surfer. That's just a naked dude. Like that is the most boring looking statue I've ever seen.
Silver Ken.
That's what I'm saying. Like I could spray paint a doll, and I feel like I could get about the same.
Shave the head, put it silver.
Spray paint it silver. There you go. I got you. I can make it for free.
Dang.
But I had to be a hater for a second. I like the Archangel a lot better, and
we don't know the edition size, but the price is right.
It is.
I think $850. On the Sideshow Collector Zone, $10.50, but it includes shipping.
Right, which all of Collector Zone does include shipping in their price.
And sometimes you get some discount codes.
Sometimes you get discounts, guys. But I do like Collector Zone that they just go ahead and put shipping in with the price, because that's where they get you, y'all. They get you in shipping.
Well, especially with statues, and that's really gets hard because shipping is getting more and more expensive.
Like, the statue's only $600, and it's $500 shipping because it's from 7 countries over. So we looked at Spec Fiction. They have a lot of the XM statues, and because I actually looked at maybe getting the X-Force Archangel to kind of go with this one, just so you'd have both colors and both statues. And they have a deal on right now, but you still have to pay shipping from overseas, which is ? And sometimes usually that's $150, $200. I've seen some statues even go up to over $400. Yeah, and that's not what you want.
You have to risk it coming over the ocean.
There's been many times that we have had ordered things from overseas that never make it here because they get taken in customs or
I ordered the Joker
that, and the other
2-pack.
Way back in the day.
That I guess sank in the middle of the ocean.
Guys, it fell off the boat.
Nobody knows where it is.
It's not here.
Nobody has any clue where it is.
It vanished.
It is just gone. So somebody's enjoying my Joker 2-pack.
Those fish are having a blast with that thing right now.
So with that said, I'm sure there's many instances where it's been amazing.
Yeah.
But you do risk that.
Look, if that's your
Sideshow,
thing, go for it.
Yeah, they have great customer service for the most part.
Right.
So and Daniel Bell, thumbs up. Hopefully, I think we may get to meet him at StatueCon.
Yes.
Hopefully.
We're going to StatueCon, guys. First announcement that we're pulling up at StatueCon this year.
Yeah, so we're going from Georgia to Michigan. And if you guys are up there in August, come by and see us for sure.
And I'll give you all of my real opinions on statues. And then we'll get kicked out of StatueCon.
We'll walk through the entire showroom and go thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up.
But all of these, I'm going to give them a thumbs up. I think all of them are really good. We wanted to talk about some of the new stuff coming out. if you are going to order any of these, let us know. If you think any of them are no, thumbs down, not it, let us know. Let us know what you want us to talk about next, and we will get to it. And we will do an Archangel unboxing when that comes in 3 years. So we'll get you back on that one. So thank you so much for watching.
All right.
And we'll see you
We'll see
later.
you next time.